You guys, I'm that last guy's mom. Isn't that crazy? I love my butch girlfriend. She's so fucking hot, you guys. I can't even describe. I don't know if you guys have curly hair, but mine never dries the same way twice. I feel like I'm really rocking like a Slytherin Hermione thing tonight. Can you guys see it? Yeah, are we like into it? I'm just glad that the holidays are over. Like, I love my family and I look forward to seeing them, but it's a lot of weird pressure being the only gay person that 30 people have ever met. I can only explain what poppers are so many fucking times before I start to grow impatient. I don't think my brother knows any other gay men. He keeps asking me if I'm on Grindr and I keep not correcting him. I think of it as like a gift I'm giving to the second gay he meets. They'll be able to rip into him, and that is what gay men supporting other gay men looks like a lot of the time. It's not always inspiring. A lot of the time it's a veiled attack on an unsuspecting third party. I don't think my mom knows any other gay people either. This year over Christmas, she asked me, "Do you like Lady Gaga, Kendall? Are you a little monster?" And I was like, you can just ask me outright if I'm a bottom. You don't have to dance around the question in this like weird and upsetting way. I was a fat child, so my parents always like bother me about my weight whenever I visit home. Like, I don't know if your guys' families do this, but at least one of them is always like, "Glad to see you're staying in shape, bud." It's always such a weird moment. I'm always just like, yeah, I know how you and mom like it when I keep it tight for you. Like, stop noticing my weight. What is in it for you if I'm hot? Like, what are you getting out of this weird deal, mommy? You getting some points on the back end? Just relax. Like, I think what my parents, I've thought a lot about this, and I think my parents just really want me to bring someone home one day who's like preposterously hot. Like, I think they just really want that for their little boy, and I'm not mad about it. Like, our interests have finally aligned. I also want to bag a hottie. But for a long time, I thought that my parents, like, they're very conservative, and I always thought that they would prefer I bring home a woman, but not if she's a 4, is what I'm realizing. Like, isn't that so weird? Like, I think for whatever upsetting reason, my dad would definitely rather I bring home Timothy Chalamet than a woman less than a 7. It's like he respects man's law, but ultimately a higher law, and that's no butterfaces. I feel like some of you like pulled back when I said butterfaces. Like, is that a slur now? That makes me so sad. I'm like, what person self-identifies as a butterface? What a tragic life that is. Just relax. You guys are all beautiful. Are you guys drinking tonight? Hell yeah. I'm trying to drink less this year. Like, I'm just tired of waking up with like weird notes on my phone. Do you guys do this? Like, I can never tell if it's meant to be an affirmation or a joke idea. Like, I woke up to a note the other day that just said, "I would never kill myself." And I was like, ooh, an affirmation, I hope. I hope it's not a joke. And then I looked a little bit closer, and it actually said I would never kill just myself, and I was like, ooh. Probably a joke, but definitely a dark one. I have a younger brother. I don't know if you guys get along well with your siblings, do you? Okay, that's kind of a bummer. I would prefer to perform for people from broken homes, honestly. They're more fun. More drinkers. But yeah, my brother's cool. He's very straight, almost toxically so, I would say. Like I'll give you an example. He's very into entrepreneurship right now. Some laughs of recognition. Some of you also love somebody who's been afflicted by entrepreneurship. It is a long, hard road to recovery, and it's been something that's hard for my family to accept, but... All right, some of you are taking Riley's side on this. I can feel it. How would you feel? Don't take his side. You don't know him. Riley once tried to sell knives at a funeral, and that's a true story. I hope you guys are embarrassed. Yeah, my mom asked us if we wanted to go to Aunt Jeannie's funeral, and I was like, I don't know. I met Aunt Jeannie once when I was 4, and even as a 4-year-old, I was like, you seem pretty racist. And so I was like, I don't know, like, maybe I'll go. Where is it? And she was like, it's in Binghamton, New York. And I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a no from this shark. I'm out. You just lost my business. You know? Like, Binghamton fucking sucks. The only way that trip would be fun for me is if I was in the casket. You know, like, let me know when somebody we love dies in Maui and I'll come hang. But then Riley said that he was going and I was like suspicious right away. I was like, why? And he was like, well, you know what, man? I just think it's so important to be with family during times like this. And as he was like saying that, I remembered that he had recently started selling Cutco knives. Do you guys know what that is? Oh my god, you guys all really do come from broken homes, some of you. Yeah, nobody who had a happy family has to have a Cutco pitched to them. But yeah, if you don't know what it is, it's a pyramid scheme. They get you to alienate every friend and family member you've ever had contact with in order to sell 3 knives in 4 years. Which some of you are like, that seems like a bad deal, but who needs friends when you have all these fucking knives? So I was like, Riley, is there any small chance that you're going to this funeral to try to sell knives to our grieving loved ones? And here's what he said verbatim. I swear I've changed nothing. He was like, no! But like, everybody needs knives. That's what he said. A ridiculous person. Like, I'm sad I missed this funeral. I would have loved to see him standing next to Jeannie's open casket being like, it's just a shame she didn't live long enough to see these scissors go right through this penny, man. I shouldn't make fun of Riley so much. Like, I was also a very weird child. I grew up in a small town. Did anybody else grow up in this town of like less than 1,000 people? A couple of you? Do you feel like it made you weird? She's like, no, I'm perfect. Alright, well, it made me weird. Some people survive, obviously, but I have poor social skills because of it. You guys are like, yeah, we've seen that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I was a very like odd, like eccentric child. Like, I remember my parents got me a canoe one year for my birthday, which is a good gift for an outdoorsy child. But I didn't have a lot of context for what other kids like did. You know, like I saw the picture on the side of the box. I was like, I'll take it out on the water. But then I got out there and I was like, this is fucking stupid. It's all just water out here. Why would anyone do this? And so I came up with what I thought was a better idea. I hauled the canoe ashore, I put it next to the pond, I filled it with buckets of pond water, and then over time I put more and more newts in it until there were like a lot of fucking newts in this canoe. Like however many newts you guys are thinking, triple it. There were way more newts than that. And then, as you, I'm sure, can imagine, like, I would just, like, sit in the canoe and be with the newts. Has anybody ever tried to intervene in your life, but you didn't understand what they were trying to tell you at the time? I remember one day my dad came to me while I was sitting in my fucking newt canoe. I had been there for hours. to prune. It was becoming a safety issue at that point. And he was like, hey, bud, do you want to play catch? And it went right over my head. I didn't see what he was getting at all. I was just like, why would I want to play catch when I have this canoe full of nudes? Some comedians have suggested that I change that to salamanders. But I'm not going to. Like, I don't fuck with salamanders. That's the poor man's nude, and we all know that. Slippery little bastards. Nobody likes them, they're arrogant. But they're like, people think you're saying nude canoe. They think that you were sitting naked in a canoe. Like a freak. I just want to clarify to you guys, I was not sitting naked in a canoe. I had a bathing suit on, and I was surrounded by tiny swimming lizards like a winner. Don't get it twisted. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you guys so much.